Hi guys, let's finally write our conclusions. If you're tuning in, that means you're either done with your body paragraphs or you missed class. So let's just jump in. Our final paragraph, our fifth paragraph, is going to be our conclusion. I have some examples for you of some strong conclusions that we're going to look at from some biographies, like this one, Who is Stevie Wonder? Stevie is an inspiration to many. He is a recording legend. He is a champion of equality and justice. But as he likes to say, if you really want to know who Stevie Wonder is, just listen to his music. See how that kind of like calls you to action? You want to like get on YouTube immediately and find his music. Okay, I love that one. But it also explains why he's important, which we're going to do with our conclusions. Okay. Michael Jordan. Michael's career is filled with highlights that astonished fans at the time and still continue to do so. Sometimes Michael startled himself by what he could do. Once he told a reporter how watching one of his dunks on video in slow motion made him feel. He wondered aloud, when does jumping become flying? When? It's Michael Jordan. So see how we kind of have a quote there, but then it ends it. Okay. Then we have, who was Michael Jackson? Okay. For Michael Jackson, nothing was ever good enough. He always wanted to be perfect. That's what made him so hard to achieve. Made him work so hard to achieve his dreams, to become the best-selling singer of all time. That's what drove him to become the king of pop. So again, we're talking about why he's so important and his accomplishments. One more. Okay. This one, Ada was a true visionary, and she remains an inspiration to this day. Her name has become a call to action and a proof that women can accomplish great things in technology, computing, and programming. Again, we're telling why this person is so important. So the first thing we're going to do in our last paragraph, our first sentence, is going to be our restated thesis. If you remember, our thesis statement came from the last sentence of our first paragraph, and then it's going to be the first sentence of the last paragraph. So what I'm going to do is, so here I am on my conclusion, okay, but I'm going to scroll up here. Here's my thesis statement. Thurgood Marshall was an extremely important and influential African American in U.S. history. I am literally going to copy and paste that down here. It's my own words, so it's totally fine. If you want to spice it up and change it, that is up to you. But for me, I always say work smarter, not harder, and just copy and paste it. It's the same thing. Now what you are going to do is you are going to give me information about this person. You are going to focus on why it is important for us to remember this person and celebrate them. Just give me 1 second and I'll type mine out. All right, so here I just talked about the why it's important that we study Thurgood Marshall. Why did you pick your person? Why is it important? What can they teach us? Okay, so I have Thurgood Marshall should be remembered for countless reasons. Not only did he disapprove of inequality and speak out against it, he fought against unjust laws and treatment, both as a lawyer and a judge. So guys, I'm just telling why he was important by talking about his career here. Okay. Thurgood was the first African American to serve on the Supreme Court, paving the way for other people of color and minorities to serve after him. That's so important. He was the first Black person on the highest court in our country. Okay, and now there are women and men of color on our Supreme Court. He paved the way for them. Finally, I'm going to go to my conclusion. Okay, I like to just talk about what he could teach us. So I'm going to put something like, if there is anything that Thurgood Marshall could teach us, it would be not only to speak out against injustices in our world, but to get out there and do something about them as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back, check my spelling. Gotta change a couple things, edit as I go a little bit. Okay, so if you want to use this first sentence, if there is anything Thurgood Marshall could teach us, if you want to say, if there is anything Michael Jordan can teach us, if there is anything Barack Obama could teach us, you could also put a quote down here. You can use some of your clever conclusions. If you want to go there, that link is right there. So there's all those different conclusions. There's some that aren't appropriate for this. Remember, it's an informational writing piece, so I wouldn't use cliffhanger. I know you guys love to leave me on a cliffhanger, but I would save that for another piece. You guys can kind of bring full circle, okay? You can talk about how this person would never be forgotten and why. All right, have a little bit of fun with it. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want something to do after this, if you are done with your conclusion, you can start by copying and pasting Okay, so I'm going to take my first paragraph out of this box. Here's my first sentence. Okay, I'm going to have to go over here. Then I'm going to copy and paste to this one. Then this last sentence in my first paragraph, my thesis. Okay, and now I have my first paragraph. So I can kind of go down next and go to my second paragraph. So see how I'm kind of making my essay actually look like an essay now. You can change that font to something more normal. I honestly meant to do that before you guys started writing, but Mrs. Nugent obviously didn't have enough coffee that day. Okay, so here I have, I'm just gonna pull all of these. See how I'm making it look like an essay. And as you guys are done, oh, come on, Mrs. Nugent, get it together, girl. As soon as you guys are done with them, I'll probably start helping you guys and going through these as well, okay? But it would be a huge help if you could help me with that. Now I just need my conclusion sentence. Make sure you copy the whole thing. So see how it actually is starting to look like an essay? Okay, then I'm going to go down one more. Go to my third paragraph, and so on and so on. Okay, remember, each paragraph, it's not like you want your sentences on a line, okay? You want them all together, okay? Like this, and we'll do some formatting on that later, okay? All right, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know, okay? I will see you guys in class either today or tomorrow or next week. All right, have a wonderful afternoon.